Hello everyone, I'm the whiskey enthusiast. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have an English whiskey. Can't believe I've never done one in this channel, but here we are. And it is the Cotswolds Signature. It's their standard expression, the one you can find, I want to say everywhere, but I know Jeff from G Whiskey can't find it in Taiwan. So let's say it's easily accessible in the UK and maybe some countries in Europe. It is an English single malt. I'll give you a little bit of the history of the distillery. It's founded by this ex-investment banker who visits Cotswolds and falls in love with the place and decides to move there, buy a farm, and realizing there are a lot of fields of barley around him, and realizing there are no distilleries around him, and he's a whiskey lover. I think he bought a cask from Bruichladdich back in the day, and that's how things got progressed with his whiskey love. So yeah, in 2014 they start production, or they start building the distillery. Like I said, this is their signature release. I have been to the distillery in December 21, and it's a fantastic place. You can feel the passion, you can feel the love. It's just, it's not one of those, yeah, we need to make this to make money, which they do, but it's incredible. You can feel the passion in everyone working in the distillery, from the shops to the malting. Well, they don't do the maltings there, but the distillery is surrounded by lavender fields as well. Their new make tastes like lavender. Their gin is good. I don't know, I love this stuff. So I kind of have a little bit of a connection, let's say, shall we, with the distillery. And I'll read you a little bit about it. It's from 100% locally grown floor malted barley, aged in specially selected first fill bourbon and red wine casks. Now, when it says red wine, it means STR. And what is STR? It's shaved, it stands for shaved, toasted, and recharred. So they get ex-red wine casks, not necessarily all the time, but most of the time. I learned that from Whiskey Monster Koray, who's now the brand ambassador of Beam Suntory. He used to be with Paul John in States. You can go check out his blog and Instagram, the Whiskey Monster. Fantastic guy, doing brilliant stuff. Yeah, he won the best world brand ambassador of the year last year, which is a big achievement. Anyway, so yeah, this is ex-red wine. They shave it, they toast it, and they rechar it, getting to those tannins that probably got stuck in the back ends of the casks to reach to them and get more flavor impartation. And what STR also does is when you put young spirit in it, or when you make new spirit, you put new make spirit in it, it helps maturing faster. So when this is a 3-year-old or 3.5-year-old whiskey, but it doesn't taste like one, that shaving, toasting, and recharring helps with a more accelerated maturation, which really is good for new distilleries. But I think there's a sweet spot. I think if you use STR casks after 5, 6, 7 years, then it gets a bit bitter. So I think like 6 or 7 is, I heard the podcast from Bimber, they were saying 6 or 7 is the sweet spot for STRs. So when it says red wine, it means that it's a marriage of bourbon and first fill bourbon and red wine, blended and bottled. It's not non-chill filtered, natural color, bottled at 46% ABV. Very nice bottle. It says this batch had 6,200 bottles, but you don't see the batch numbers on this one, so make of that what you will. This is their standard expression. They have a Founder's Reserve, which is bottled at cask strength and exclusively STR. They have a peated one, which I'll do a short of, and they don't have peated barley, so what they do is they get peated casks from Islay and actually from Beaumont, because their one-time distillery manager was from Beaumont, and yada yada yada. So this is my, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there you go. That's my Cotswolds Glencairn. And the pheasant is their logo. Yeah, established 2014 small batch release. Now, shall we dive in? Okay. On the nose, immediate cereal and malty notes, with a lot of caramel and vanilla. So it's not peat smoke, obviously, they don't use peat, but that recharring, you get a little bit of that smoke bitterness, that fire bitterness. But it just complements the sweetness. And then a lot of fresh honey notes from the bourbon, red fruits. Not too much, but it is there. Yeah, very malty, honey, nutty. A little bit of lemon zest, but not too much, not too strong. It's all very complementing. It's a very pretty nose. I mean, 46% ABV, you don't feel it. Bit of youthfulness there, but not in an off-putting way. Vibrant and excited, if you like that kind of stuff. Yeah, very pretty, very pretty. Let's have it on the palate. Oh, that's... I do like this one. It's very creamy, velvety texture. The mouthfeel is incredible. Leaves you with a lot of sweet notes, maple syrup, honeycomb, but not as strong as you would get in a Kleinelish, but it's a bit there. A lot of honey, little molasses, but bitter floral honey, thyme and maybe pine honey, a bit vibrant, and a lot of malty notes, a lot of cereal notes on the palate. And very creamy. And the finish is still going, sweet. I'm just getting Honey Nut Cheerios from this, which is just was one of my favorites, or Honey Smacks. You would get the Kellogg's with the frog. I don't know, were they called Honey Smacks? I think they were. And it's just very, very, very nice. If there was ever a breakfast whiskey, yeah, I think this is it. So when we were visiting the distillery, me and my wife, we were the only ones actually at the tour because a group cancelled or couldn't make it. They were doing it in the afternoon. So we got to ask a lot of questions. We got to see every bit, and we got to taste their new make and the whole range. And honestly, they're just doing amazing stuff. I highly recommend you try any of their stuff. Even their gins are really good. I'm not a gin person, but their new make was just beautiful. And now they're so successful, they actually instilled 2 more stills. They built another distillery right on the premises. Obviously, because they just done it, we won't taste any whiskey from those stills for another 3 years. But it just shows you when you do your job passionately. Of course, you need a little bit of a money as well. But if you present it craft, people are going to respond. I mean, English whiskey is up and coming. Like Cotswolds, there are many English whiskey brands. The English Whiskey Company, which is St. George Distillery, was the first one. But, there's White Peak Distillery, does the Wireworks, and then there's Bimber, there's the Lakes, there's File Bay, Spirit of Yorkshire Distillery. So incredible stuff is coming, and we are very, very lucky to get in on the ground level to taste these brands with their first products. And we're just gonna, in about 10-20 years, we're gonna be those guys that, yeah, I remember when they first came out. So I always felt FOMO when I talked to the older whiskey guys saying, oh, when they first came out they were better. Like, I don't know, but now I can't do that. Anyway, let's take a second round. Yeah, the bourbon is shining more now. It's first filled, so that's good. It's very active casks, but it integrated well. The initial hit of that smoke, that char note, is gone. Made its place into... I mean, it is power of suggestion because I think I was there. I do smell lavender from the nose, but that's like incredibly tiny amount, I would say. And this is as pretty as they come. A 3-year-old whiskey with this much mouthfeel, so easy to drink at 46% ABV as well. And non-chill filter, you get the mouthfeel. It's a brilliant texture, velvety, creamy, but a lot of honey and malty and cereal notes. I think that's. I think I would be very proud if this was my first product. So, guys, obviously, I think you've guessed it. I'm gonna recommend this. 3 Glencairns. That's a buy from me. It's affordable. I think it's in the UK sold around between 39 to 35 pounds, but at supermarkets they do always have deals, so you can always grab it around 30. So just imagine that it's 30. But like I said, I don't know the rest of the world. Obviously, I can't find it in my market. I bought it from the distillery, but yeah, it's a very, very pretty whiskey. That's it from me, guys. I'll see you on the next one. I hope you liked this one. If you have, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Oh, and if you want to see my experience at the distillery, you can go to my Instagram at the Whiskey Enthusiast, and on my highlights it's my stories from the, so you can see a little bit of inside the distillery and the range of their whiskies with their gift shop and everything, a little bit of inside view. And yeah, if you've tried this, let me know. Or if you tried any Cotswolds, which one were your favorites? And yeah, let's talk English whiskey today, guys. Cheers, and see you on to the next one.